top of their league, having their laugh, top of their league, having their laugh. Oh, viewers, hello, welcome back. It's Monday, is it? No, it's Tuesday. Cocked it up. So, run the intro. Welcome back. Come on. We're going to win the league. Maybe, probably, possibly. Hello then, viewers, and welcome back to an episode of Glory Hunter. With me, DoctorBenjy FM. Good to see you. I hope I find you very well. And as mentioned a moment ago, we are top of the Serie A league table today. Lazio and the second leg of the Europa League fixture. I know. If that's not more, that's not going you excited. I don't know what will. All I know is I love this team. And when I say this team, specifically, I mean Benjamin Sesko, who is unbelievable. Him, Adiemi, the pair of them, wow! I almost feel bad for Salzburg because they've got two of like the hottest players, I feel like, in world football at the moment. And this is since selling some of the best players in world football. They're so good in Football Manager. Sesko recently, for me, has been a man, I'm going to say possessed, viewers. Goals in almost every single game. Look how consistent the man is. Goals in so many games for me. Didn't score in the last game he played, but don't worry about that. So good. Really, really enjoying him. What a signing. And for the fee we paid, outrageous. Now, since we last met, we've been on, it's fair to say, fire against anyone other than Zebra, apparently. We are fantastic. The Morata, Moise Kean, you've seen it yesterday. You've seen it. And I'm never going to truly get over it, viewers. But since then, it was much like the form before that, really. Absolutely unstoppable. We are a team that are tough to beat right now. Today, then, Lazio and Braga in the second leg of our game. Lazio were a side that were really pushing us all the way, really. And of the fixtures we've got left, this is one of the tougher ones. So it made sense for me to bring you to it today. Bring you to it. Yeah, I guess I am doing. Sure. We actually play them in a couple of days, but it gives me a chance to say that I think, as I said before the intro, really, I think with the way things are, with the 5-point gap, if we beat Lazio, things are looking good. And of course, we have the opportunity not just to try and win the league this year. Look, 14 games to go. It's not over yet. But the Europa League as well, coming up after this. I think we could do a lovely little double here. And we're still in the Italian Cup, of course, with the holders of it. We've already won it. You don't get double points for winning it twice, but why not? Come on, let's keep it. But then the problem might arise that if we do it, so this is sort of one of the unwritten rules of Glory Hunter that you might not have thought about, really. If I do complete Italy, there is this then fear of, well, I have to move. And where do I go? What if there's nothing there? What if no one wants me? We have to go somewhere. It might mean we have to take a lower job somewhere around Europe. And that's the danger. Valencia currently sit miles clear in La Liga. Like, there's a real chance here that there are going to be some big teams wanting me, or at least sacking managers, because the chance of them winning the league this year, as I say, Valencia running away with it. In the Premier League, it's not that fruitful, really. The top five, Arsenal doing very well. Again, though, City are miles clear. Liverpool going to be disappointed if they don't get into the Champions League. Could become available for me. Tottenham are a little bit lower down as an option, but even then, it's not one that I'd really fancy. Yes, PSG are winning the league right now, as you'd expect. Bayern are doing a similar thing there. If those two jobs become available, you kind of have to get in, have a year there, maybe two, and get out, because right now they look very, very dominant in their leagues, and squad-wise, they definitely are. In Italy right now, it's still quite close, and winning against Lazio today would give me a little bit of confidence that this is definitely our year. Inter, by the way, fallen off a cliff. You look at the Inter form over sort of the November, December, January periods. I mean, there's a couple of, 3 wins in there? They're done for. They're out of this. Lost to Benevento recently as well. Champions League is looking precarious against Benfica. Yes, they're through in the quarterfinals of the Cup, but they are in all sorts of bother. Also, I should say the January period sort of came and went. Our squad is, by all accounts, pretty well set. No need to change it. One of the outs was that not Pogba went for 5 mil, but that was it. Now, team-wise, we can be at pretty much full strength, and to me, this is what pretty much full strength looks like right now. Bijlow in goal, of course, Singo, Quates, Tomori, and Hernandez at left back. We've got SMS and Tonali in the middle, with Rafinha one side, Bailey the other, Vlahovic, Sesko through the middle. Let's go. Little injuries, suspension to Kessie, little injury to Dybala, so he can't feature, but it's a strong lineup, and even against a side like Lazio that are one of the better teams in Italy, I'd expect us to win. I thought we'd beat Moise Kean and Morata, though, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. I love this from Clement. I shouldn't read this out, viewers. Quates about to show everyone why he's so good. All right, he set me up there. He set me up big time. Apparently, Lazio are 18th in the form table. I mentioned before, they look like a real contender at one stage. I'm just gonna go on their form. I assume that we're going to see a little bit of it here to see how bad it is for the away side. But they went on a run, which was so good. Yeah, their form right now is a little bit patchy. Again, much like Inter, it must have fallen away. Yeah, you look at how strong it was here. From sort of Sassuolo down to Torino, wins consistently. Then the defeats started to creep in. And yeah, this month has not been good at all. Belonging Roma. Zebra beat them. Winning at Sampdoria, but yeah, it's all kind of done. And they're in the Euro Cup 2 as well, which is just a nightmare. All right, I wish they would walk in line. Right, I'm fine with it. I'm going to have to get over it because they're not going to change it, are they? That's the one fix I want in Football Manager now. I want the assistants to walk with the referee when they walk out of corner-based areas. That's all I want. In fact, write it down for next year. It's the only fix I want. And crossing to be a little less powerful. Other than that, everything's good. And make it look like FIFA 12 or something, I don't know. All right, first chance of the game. We're half an hour in, viewers. And I noticed that it's not us with it. As it goes to Lazari on that side, Tonali there does a very cheeky little back heel as the clearance towards Bailey wasn't that good. And, we've played sides recently, actually, where they've taken the lead and then we come on very, very strong towards the end. Anderson pulls it back. Singo, very calm, but not a lot of distance on that. So they're just going to continue to press forward. As I say, half an hour gone. And this is the only highlight we've seen so far from either side as SMS nabs in. And now Sesko with a chance to drive forward with it. Bailey's going to do that as well, you'd expect. There's Sesko through the middle. Benjamin Sesko. I've told you, viewers, that's how good he is. He's just so good. All right, yeah, it was wayward. It wasn't great. Tonali with a corner, though. We know who's going to be that front post. Vlahovic is there, all the way back to Tomori, back to Vlahovic as he hits the post. It's chaos in there. They clear it away. The keeper at one point was just dancing in the goal, I think. Absolute drama in the penalty area of Lazio. As Singo now brings it forward. We'll take another corner, but the ball's whipped in. Vlahovic, oh, well, it ends up being a goal anyway from that corner. It works its way all the way out, works its way back in. And there's Vlahovic with a header. I talk about how good Sesko is. Vlahovic is just as good. Strikers in this year's FN, there's so many great ones. And I've got 2 of them, which is very, very fun. I currently have 4 Football Manager saves on the go, viewers, which is a lot of saves. And when I do it better again at some point, that'll be 5. So it's I love Football Manager, it's fair to say. If anyone out there is also doing 4 saves, I'll be surprised, but let me know. And if you are doing 4 saves, why? At least this is my job. Ball forward, Theo Hernandez on it. Can he get a ball into the middle? He can. Sesko's there. What a weird header. Oh my, it nearly went in. Wow, Rafinha headed it back and it nearly just trickles into the net off 2 of the Lazio players, one of which the goalkeeper, who can use his hands. He just forgot momentarily. We lead 1-0 at half-time. I saw the return of Ben Sports News caused quite the stir yesterday. I wonder if we'll be seeing from him again. Did he just subtitle soon? Like, this, why does he mute? Who's it for? Anyway, they're forward again. Luis Alberto up is low. It should be a better opportunity, to be fair. Right, team-wise, the offensive line is not having the most amazing game as of yet. Of course, we've scored from a cross, which we'll take as Leon Bailey nabs in. Vlahovic is going to run off him. Left foot, danger. Great finish. It's such a good finish. Leon Bailey with the assist. And again, as much as I'm bigging up Sesko, 25 goals this year for Vlahovic. I love him. He's so great. They're both of them. They're fantastic. And they're young enough that I'm going to move around Europe and I'm going to take them with me if I can. And they're going to be 2 players I would desperately have back. And of course, Adeyemi's another one that has been sold on to Manchester United, but bring him back to me. I would take all 3 of them. I've not felt this way about players on Football Manager since like the Eden Hazard or the Memphis Depay days when they were sort of just like starlets coming through and was so good to have. Yeah, I feel like it all over again, viewers. It's lovely to see. Usually I get like obsessed with regens, but actually these sort of wonder kids that are around, and I say wonder kids, like some of them are early 20s, but they're just so great. Let's have another goal. Why not? Come on, let's all show off as SMS gives it to Sesko. Vlahovic has made the run into the centre. This is the thing, Sesko, you don't remember this really. He's 6'5". He's such a unit, and he's so quick at the same time. Lays it off to Singo. Ball played in. Vlahovic. Oh, it should have been, and I thought it was. Tonali, another corner. Vlahovic will be at the front post. He heads in, and oh, it's dearie me. Jesse Lingard is playing for Lazio, so I mean, make of that what you will. I'm not judging. Does it hit Jesse Lingard? What does Jesse Lingard do in all of this? He just stands in the way of the goalkeeper, which, considering it's his goalkeeper, feels like an error. All right, big game in Europe coming up. So Sesko's not the most amazing game, actually. He's going to come off for us. Rafinha as well for Damsgaard and SMS for Darun in the centre. Lovely stuff. It's a triple change with 15 minutes to go, so I'm expecting drama. And Moble's had a really poor game. He's been fantastic recently, but yeah, not the reason. Well, I say that his form is sort of, as he stopped scoring, Lazio stopped winning. Tell you what, Sebastian Coates, What a performance. I mean, some people show we were warned, weren't we? Vlahovic is on for a river, yeah? Go on, Vlahovic, finish it off, make it 4. He can't. Oh. And there we are then, wraps up at 3-0, Milan 3, Lazio 0, and our lead at the top of the table at least remains intact. Of course, I'll just take a look, actually. Who else do we play before the back end of this year? Because you can see the 5-point lead over Zebra right now is very, very strong. It's 18. This is how crazy it is. It's 18 points. Hang on. What's Joyce saying? Meh. Didn't think we were that good, to be honest. We were unbelievable, Joyce. Has anyone else picked us up? I love Vlahovic. Oh, Jenny. Spelled with a G. Weird. Arata. That's Jenny. Arata. Jenny Rater? Whatever. Zidane has been spotted at the San Siro. He wants to bring Vlahovic to his club. I believe he's gone to Chelsea, hasn't he? Yeah. So, no, you're not having him. Actually, I looked around the leagues at the moment. Job security-wise. Is anyone in a bit of danger? Bit of bother? Mancini at Tottenham. The job I don't really want. As we get closer towards the end of the season, though, jobs will start to fall. And the Premier League, again, if you don't get in the Champions League, you're at risk straight away. Right then, folks, back we go. And look at the green. It's such a happy place. Why you can't have happy places here and here and here? I'll never know. But I'm not here to criticise. I know what my new feature is, the walking out bit. That was a very good bit of demonstration there. As if you don't know what walking is. Let's move on. So then, let's get involved. Braga, Euro Cup. We've played them already. So, to be fair, this should be a doddle, right? It was a 3-1 win in the first leg. I fully expect to do the business again. I played a relatively full-strength side. See, Damsgaard got a goal, so it wasn't entirely full strength. We are going to play a full-strength side in the second leg, though, just so we can see us flourish. That's the word I'm going for. Let's flourish. A couple of familiar faces in there. If you've not bought Andre Horta in your time in playing Football Manager, you've not really played Football Manager. Sign him. Realise he's not that good. Sell him on. Yeah, good times. All right, then, let's get into it then. 5 wins in a row right now for this Milan side. In fact, it may even be slightly more. And let's see if we can extend it in the Europa League. And, of course, then do the draw for the next round. Why are they walking in between? It shouldn't annoy me nearly as much as it does, but it really does annoy me. All right, first highlight of the game goes to what can maybe be described as the lifeguards of Braga. That's a bizarre pass. I mean, what a block on the line. It was onside as well. That was so good that I'm surprised it happened. As SMS makes a challenge so good he can even keep the ball in. What a weird first 5 minutes. We've got a corner. Vlahovic at the front post, anybody? What? It didn't go in. All right, Singo picks it up as this was from the goalkeeper's catch before, from the corner. Sesko, brilliant run by Bailey. He's got to be in for a goal here. Oh, slams it in as well. Wastes no time. Sesko with a lovely pass, not just a goal scorer, viewers, a creator as well. Not a content creator, unless that content is goals. I guess in theory, you can be creative anything. It's content, isn't it? It depends how you want to. It's near post corner, viewers. Tonali, whipped in. Vlahovic, back post. Tamori. Oh, it's cleared away. Well done. They've done very well. They do look like lifeguards, and I enjoy that a lot. It's a corner to them. Braga, big chance. Played it in SMS. It's great having a player who's 6'3", just who's a central midfielder, an absolute unit, getting it away from the corner. And now they're keeping it very, very well. In fact, they're not running, which, as lifeguards, you've got to respect the fact they're not running there, viewers. They're just sort of walking at a gentle pace. They refuse to run, and that's the life of... Why are they actually not... Okay, someone ran there, blow the whistle, someone. As the ball's played in, again, headed away. If we break, they're going to be in real trouble because they need to run. Then they're not... They're sort of running. That right back is now really running. Leon Bailey goes forward, whips across. Oh, it's a slide challenge, but a poke home. It's a striker's finish is what it is, viewers. It's 2-0. And Braga, much like all of these teams in the competition, are in real trouble here. I'm saying it, viewers. We are the favourites for the Europa League. We might go a little bit further ahead. I might play depending who we get, I guess, play the next round, because I'm expecting, I won't lie to you, viewers, to be at the semi-finals as a minimum, especially as a side that have dropped out of the Champions League. Bailey's ball in. It's another goal. Rafina with it. I think we're going to go through, viewers. I've got a feeling. I'm going to shout praise, which I don't imagine it's just the word praise. I imagine it's generic praise. Your hair looks well kept. Oh, your socks are pulled up to an adequate length. All that sort of thing, I imagine. As they're forward, though, Braga. It's Quasso showing just how good he is. As Singo clears away. There's Benjamin Sesko. And bravely, because Braga need to score now, they're playing quite a high line. That pings off the crossbar. We might score 7 here. As much as they need to try and score goals to get back in this, I think the 5-goal margin is too much unless you give up. Do you know what, viewers? Because we've almost got like a free half of football here, let me just say, especially if you're at this point in the video, because it means you watch to beyond halfway, thank you so much for watching. Glory Hunter is an absolute joy, and it is so pleasing. The amount of people that have either messaged me or I've seen playing Glory Hunter saves on their own. It's so cool to know that it's a concept. Things like this existed already, but Glory Hunter, and for people to say I'm playing Glory Hunter, very, very cool to me. So thank you so much for watching this. Maybe you're doing your own. If you are, always feel free to update me on Twitter. I'd love to see how people are getting on in their Glory Hunters. A lot of people ask me who to be very, very often. I'll answer that now. Be a team if you're going to do a Glory Hunter save. You're not a favourite for the league. You're not a league title holder, and anyone else kind of works, right? As the ball played in, Tonali. Oh, he should have scored. Something else you can do if you're thinking, I don't really like to start with the big teams. Wait until you're in the top division and then start the 20-year timer, I should say. That's a great way to play this as well, as Vlahovic makes it for we are rampant. So yeah, you can adjust and change it however you want. Of course, Glory Hunting, the idea is to win lots of trophies in a 20-year period, but you can activate that 20 years at any point. You want to give it a real challenge. Wait until you make it to the top division if you start in like League 2 or the Vanarama National, and then kick it off. It will last you all year. That's the idea of it. And it forces you to move clubs when ordinarily you probably wouldn't. And I get that from a lot of people, that people generally don't move around, but Glory Hunter, of course, forces you to do that. And you have to do it at times when you really don't know what to do. There are lots of decisions that get made. Oh my God, that can't have been intentional. Vlahovic just played. I mean, if it's just great vision by Vlahovic to create the goal. If that's an intentional pass, this might go down as the greatest pass in Football Manager history. There's no way. Has he meant that for Rafinha? He can't. Can he have meant that? It bypasses the entire back four. 5-0. What a ball! Right, we've got a throw in, but I'm getting Vlahovic off for Dybala, and Damsgaard's coming on as well. I don't care if Dybala's got an injury. I'd rather get these two boys fit and off the pitch. They'll probably score again before they get the chance to actually come off. As Singo, ball in, Vlahovic, Bailey's there. I said this could be 7-0. That might not count actually, but we are so dominant. Oh, it counted. Wow. Okay, so it is 6-0 with 20 minutes to go. And Leon Bailey gets himself another goal. Vlahovic actually gets the assist for that as well. It's knocked on by him. And yeah, 6-0. Dybala and Damsgaard coming on. The boys up front. Let's get them off. Let's get them in cotton wool. Wrap them up safely. As three players right now are on 2 goals. Hopefully Vlahovic won't be too disappointed that he's one of the players to come off. But yeah, this system is a problem for teams right now. As we saw, occasionally when you play better sides, you pack the midfield, you do come a little bit unstuck, and that's something I'm going to have to bear in mind a lot in the future. But yeah, when you're better than the other side, you're a problem to deal with. As Theo Hernandez there probably fouls him, comes away with the ball anyway. 13 minutes to go. Again, 9-1 on aggregate. If Braga do end up winning this, I'll just stop talking. We've probably won as the ball forward by Tonali. He's looking for Sesko. He can't find him. Damsgaard. It's another goal. Leon Bailey with the assist. Damsgaard, come on. Will he get 2 as well? As I predicted, viewers, it's 7-0. And this is interesting because this is just on balanced. 20 shots, 13 goals, 13 on target, 7 goals, and 7-0 winners. Lovely stuff. Really impressive performance as well. The way we keep the ball and the way we probe teams to make sure we can get enough opportunities to have scorelines like this. So impressive. And again, the boys up front doing a lot of the work. Wow, there was some. Why does a team always outdo me? 9-0 by Leipzig. They look like probably the team to avoid, I would say. I think there's a good chance we will do the draw on the Friday. So I think we'll find out who our next opposition is in this, unless it's already been drawn, which sometimes it does that as well. Okay, no, we don't know. We don't know who we're going to play, but I think we're about to find out. Here we go. Right, then the teams left in this. You can see them all, thankfully enough. I have to scroll a little bit. Of course, some of the sides that won their groups have now entered the competition. So this is the big boys now. I said before, I'm probably the favourite for the competition. I've just noticed that there are 8 teams with a higher coefficient ranking than me. So this actually might be a little bit scary. Of course, we will play a group winner, and that group winner is Villarreal. Okay, one of probably the tougher teams we could face in all of this, of course, as Leipzig will play Everton. That is actually, you look at the teams there, that's a really nice bunch of Europa League sides. I'm a big fan of that. And yeah, so Villarreal will be our next opposition. Again, we'll probably play the first leg, and the second leg I'll probably bring in. We'll see how that works out with everything else that's going on. The team is into there, but again, we're kind of beating them all the time. Fiorentina might be the option. I guess I'll see how we're going. If the first leg, viewers, I'm crumbling. I guess we'll see how we're going, right? If we beat them well in the first leg, I'm probably not going to do the second leg for the reasons we've just seen there. But Villarreal right now are 12th in Spain. Okay, well maybe we've got quite an easy draw then. We might come back for the next round of it so we can progress a little further. But of course, the Europa League, a big opportunity to win that competition right now, and Serie A looking pretty likely. If you enjoyed today, please do leave a like on it. If you want to see some more, make sure you're subscribed, because there's going to be a whole lot more of this coming this week, and the network game is all over the place as well, so enjoy those videos too. With love, with care, from DoctorBenjy next time. See you again soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. This is great fun.